wasting time, let's say try to log in here. I'll log in with my password here. Okay, all right. Then at the same time, I'll connect my ESD gadget here. Yeah, you hear a sound very soon coming through. Yeah, there it is. So it means that my ESD gadget is now connected. Yeah. So now in this case, you needed to check whether you have the product which you wanted to sell. Now before you sell, let's assume that maybe you have these stocks like steel bars. Then there is another one here, a bronze iron 10 meters. Now, what happens when you have stock already, yeah, in the showroom? All you need to do is make sure that those stocks are brought in first. So you go to the opening stock here. You say post to opening stock. Okay, there is a form that will appear here. So let's assume that we are bringing in the opening stock today. So which warehouse are we going to put them? Let's say maybe it's the head office warehouse. No problem. Then now here you have those stocks. So we say maybe here we have 1,000 bars. Okay, each going at maybe 150 kwacha. Okay, these they don't expire. Okay, so you simply say okay here. Okay, the other one we have bronze, which may be maybe 2,500. Is maybe the cost is 125. Okay, per bar. So here we say okay, we have finished entering our stock. So what you do is you simply save that. Okay, that's all. All right. Now in an event where you have made a mistake, you can still recall that journal here. You can see it comes back here. You can amend it. Now, watch properly here. If I post this journal now here, which is journal number 1 here, approve it here. Okay. Once approved, okay, then I close, then come back here. Okay. Oh, sorry. Or inventory posting there. Now, you try to amend that one. It will not allow because it's already approved. So you cannot amend the stocks which are already approved, especially opening stock. It's too late now. You can only amend the journal when it's not yet posted. I hope this is clear. So this one is done. So now let's go to our stock report and check whether those opening stock have gone in there. Okay, you go under stock report here. Now select today's date. Okay, so I'll put the same date here, right? Yeah, so yeah, I'll do it like that. Okay, so I'll select all the stock from the beginning to the end and preview it here, right? As you can see, these are coming in here. Tomorrow they will shift it, they will come here as the opening stock. Okay, so now which means that I have more stock to sell. Now what if I wanted to place an order so that I increase this one to 1,000 to 1,500, meaning I have to order 500 more. Here, let's say I want to order also 500 more. You press an order, no problem. So I'll close here. Then before I press an order, I need to make sure that I have a supplier of those stocks. I'll go under supplier data here and say maybe I'm buying them from KMD South Africa. Okay, South Africa. Okay, box, whatever the box number. Okay, town maybe Cape Town. Down there. All right, country South Africa. Okay, right. So I'll add it there, right? So now the only thing which I need to do is to press an order here, right? So I'll select the purchase order here. Then the supplier is KMD South Africa. The invoice, the purchase order date is today's date. Department, let's say, let it go to sales and marketing maybe. Yeah. So here currency we'll say ZAR. Okay. Or maybe for argument's sake, let's say US dollar. No problem. So delivery terms, let's say soon. Okay. Payment mode 30 days. Okay. Then what else do we need? Quotation, if the quotations applies, we can put. If it doesn't apply, you can say not applicable. So now here I will select these items. Okay, now which warehouse should I put these? All right, I'll put them in the head office here. If you want, you can create the correct warehouse where you want to put those items. There's no problem. So now, what cost are we buying this? Maybe order value is at 110. Okay, those are no. Let's say because these are now dollars. Let's say maybe 40 kwacha, $40. Sorry. All right. Then here the other one we say probably let's say it's 30. Okay, head office again here. Okay, 500 at $35. Right? Yeah. So now all we need to do is save. That if you want to print an order, you can print an order here. This is the order here, and just put the date here, right? You put the dates, okay, right, and print a purchase order here. This is our purchase order. You can see it's in US dollar there, right? Yeah, then the total there, same in US dollar. This is where how the purchase order looks like. Okay, KMD South Africa, whatever. Okay, so now let's assume that now we have received the stock. What happens now? Now there are two issues which are there. You go to the GRIN, create a GRIN because these are stock items. All right. So now when you create the GRIN, you put the date when you have actually received the stock. So let's say we have received it today. So now here all we need to do is you need to put the purchase order here. Okay, which was purchase order number 1. So I'll put it here. Then I'll say what is the exchange rate for the dollar? Okay, so remember we are in our purchase order is in dollars, maybe 18 kwacha, 15 ngwe, 55 ngwe. Then now I'll say supply. Who is the supply? KMD, right? Now, as you can see here, I've put in the whole thing, but there are also some costing elements which I have to factor in. So I need to do now the landed costing. So what you do is you attach the costing to come here. Okay. So now you have another form that has opened here. So you select GRN to attach that. So the GRN which we have is number 2. Okay, with it that order value $37,500. So freight, let's assume that okay, freight from South Africa to here, according to the Zambian kwacha, is 5,000. Okay, then insurance maybe 1,000. Handling charges maybe 500 kwacha. Custom fees 6,500. According, you use the acquittals, all this information is there. Other charges maybe 150 kwacha. Okay. Now, so in this case, we have done our costing then. All we need to do is update our costing. So we simply update it here. Okay. Please note that the final costing is now successful. The form will now close. So you simply say okay. Now, okay, if you check here, automatically it updates here. Have you seen what has happened? It has put all the costing for me, everything done. My job is just to save the GRI. I'll simply save it there. That's all. So now the next thing which you need to do is after saving the GRN, you can either print it here Okay, if you want to print a copy, you can print a copy here. Okay, yeah, okay, you can print a copy here. Yeah, this is only the order value. For those items which you are putting, remember at this, we are still dealing with the invoice value only. Okay, the purchase order value only. Those cost elements will only come once the papers comes in. The double entry will be, you are going to be crediting landed costing and debiting the individual, sorry, you are going to debit the landed costing and credit the supplier of those items. So that's once you receive the once you do the payment, you simply debit the supplier and credit your bank. That's all. Yeah. Now at this point, I can post my GRIN. So I need to exit first. And where do I post my GRIN here? I'll come here and post my GRIN here, which is that one there. Okay. So I've matched it with the order there. Then all I need to do is post it here. So it's posted. All right. Yeah. So much that actually the moment when I go there and they say, okay, let me check now my stock values, I'll find that my stock value has increased. Now let's confirm. Remember, we have ordered 500 each for those stock items which we are looking at. Okay, so now let's see what has happened. Yeah, now we are purely dealing with stocks. So, okay, yeah, we haven't yet started selling. So, yeah, there we are. As you can see, my purchases, there is a 500 and 500. Yeah, this plus that gives you this. This is the way how the stock accounting works here. Okay, now meaning I can now be pushing in my sales there. Now, before you push in your sales, yeah, let's assume, let's see, check my trial balance and see what happens here. Okay, so I'll check my trial balance. Oh, sorry, the monthly one. I need the monthly one to see what has happened here. Okay, I'll check here. I'm only interested in the transaction for today. Okay, and see what has happened here. Okay, yeah, right. So there we are. So this is it. What has happened here? Have the stock increased to that? Okay, and also my retained any. This is the value of the stock items which were the opening stock. You should remember. This GRIN value means this is the amount which are waiting for the invoice to come. Once the invoice comes, the invoice will be debiting this and crediting the supplier. That's what will happen. Okay, yeah. So I'm okay with it there. So now the next thing which I need to do, as you can see, sorry, my trial balance is balancing there. There's no need to worry. Now, without wasting time, since we have now the stock to sell, let's start selling. So we come here and they say, do we have a customer to start selling here? You check first if you have, okay, the customer. I'll say maybe Zambia sales, okay? Zambia sales limited. Okay, now here province, I'll say Lusaka. Okay, then there's a phone number you can put, okay? Yeah, so let's say phone number, something like this. Okay, that's the phone number. Box, something like this. Box. Okay, maybe here, town Lusaka. Okay, country Zambia. Okay. Now, TPIN, you have to put the correct TPIN as the ZRI requirement. So maybe the TPIN which we have is this. Remember, the TPIN must have 10 digits. If the TPIN is not 10 digits, the system will not allow you to do that. Now, by mistake, let's say you have put a letter, this, let's say a letter like that, it will still not allow you because all the figures should be numeric. Okay, so if the TPIN is correct, then it will allow you to save. So I can save that one. I think I have now the customer to sell to. So without wasting time, let me generate a sale. Now, after doing that, I need to make sure that I create an invoice, select the tax invoice there. Then if there are any orders which I'm supposed to attach, I can attach, but I'm using a direct invoice, so I don't need to do that. Yeah, but this system has the provision of starting from the quotation, sales order, delivery note, up to the invoice. It's up to you to decide what you want. So I have these items here. Okay. Now, if you check here, you find that these items are there, but I have not yet put the prices. The best I can do is to go and put the prices there so that the prices are also coming. All right. So now for this one, let me say the price for this one is 5,000. Okay. Okay. I'll say okay. The next one, the price, let's say this one is 6,500 inclusive of VAT. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, the tax labels, I'm putting them there. They are here. Yeah. This is where. Now this one was wrong. So we put the correct one. There's not the what's tourism revenue stocks. Sorry. So that would have been a problem. So the next one, let me check also. This one is okay. Yeah. So is there anything? Anything? No. Anything? No. Okay. So I can close here. Now I can now go ahead and create my invoice. All right. So here, tax invoice there. Then now here I select tax invoice. And here I'll say no. Then my stock will come here now. Okay. All right. I'll choose this one. Right. Okay. Maybe they are buying 10. What is the price? Okay. Maybe the price is 5,000 or something like that. Or if I choose the other one, the price should come automatically, unless otherwise, yeah. So maybe the other one is this one. Okay, you can see the price. The moment you select that side, it comes automatically. There I duplicated the inventory there. That's why it was coming like that. Okay. So now here I'll say maybe 12. This is what I want to sell. Okay. Then now all I need to do is simply save. Yeah, it's saved. The data is saved. Then I'll come here and open my gadget. Right? The gadget here is now open. Let's see how the invoice will look like once the gadget finishes signing it off. Right? Okay. So the gadget has signed that invoice. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah. This is my invoice. This is the way how it looks like. Okay, let's see, let's examine it properly. You have your company name and everything. If there are bank details, they will appear there. Okay, the supplier TPIN and everything there. So you have these items, unit of measure, what tax rate, everything. Then and the VAT. So that then the invoice will summarize it here. It will give you, when you add this plus that, gives you this. So the total then, the total of 50 plus that minus VAT is 110. So this plus that gives you that. So that's the way how it looks like. So this was a short video. I thought that I can share with you. So now the next thing which you need to do is simply post that invoice. Okay, so that it goes to your ledger. Now after that you can check your ledger. Is it the sales day book? Sorry. So let's see how it looks like when we check it here. Right. Okay, all right. Then I'll say head office here, right? Yeah, preview here. There we are. I think here it analyzes. You remember we had 128 there. VAT separate, revenue separate. Yeah, and the customer, the cashier, yeah, and the everything. Exchange rate if there was if we are selling in dollars, but we are selling in kwacha. Okay, so there we are. So if I want the VAT report now, I'll come here and do it like this. Okay. Now the VAT report, you have the option to take it to Excel if you want. You simply select here, then you say okay. Then it will ask you here, where do you want to say to save it? You can choose whether you put it on desktop or whatever. But for now, I don't want to do that. I just want to preview it. So I'll come here and preview it. There is my VAT report. Okay, it has everything there. Okay, as you can see. So it's very easy to do that. So now for marketing, our colleagues in marketing normally they require a more detailed report. So we use this one, sales detailed report. Okay. They wanted to see which product is not selling. Okay. So that they can easily make an informed decision. So you needed this information also, this kind of a report, so that they are able to make a decision. Right? Here we are. This is the kind of report product wise. So it will analyze the same, but everything, the figures here, it will be the same, except that it will analyze now product wise like this. That's what it does. Yeah. I think this one we are done. Now, what if you want to use a POS? What happens? So if you want to use a POS, you just come on the POS and do it like this. Yeah, you can see it has a provision for another keyboard which looks like a calculator. Okay, but it's not a calculator, it's also a keyboard. So what you do is here you select your tax invoice. I think you are aware about that. Now let's assume that in this case, we have okay, let's see, do it like this. We need a customer to be on a small receipt as well. You select the customer there. All right. Then now here, you select again the same products, which are okay. The first one was like that one. Oh no, okay. Let's select one, just one, yeah, for demonstration purpose. Yeah. So this is my product there. So in this case, I'll say maybe here I'm given 7,000. Okay, so you enter there, then you give a change of 500 to the customer. Then you just press enter for it to run, for the double entry to finish off. So now, when you come here now, you simply open the gadget to sign off the invoice. So there you say okay. You wait a little bit for the gadget to do its job. Yeah. Once it has even finished, so you simply say okay, then it's automatically sending it to a printer. Now I don't have a printer, so what I'll do is simply cancel it there and come here. This is a small receipt. Look at the way how it is looking like. Okay, there we are. Yeah, so we have everything there. Yeah. Okay. So now the next thing, which I know you might not use a POS receipt, you might opt for the standard invoice. Okay, so I think in this case, when we go and check the report there, sorry, the stock report, we should be able to see now the sales coming through now. Okay, I'll check here and do it like this, right? Okay, here is my stock report. Okay, and do it like this. Okay. Oh, sorry, I have closed it instead of previewing stock report. Okay, I want to see whether the stock is deducted there from what we have sold there, right? Right, so that we are on the same page quickly here. Yeah, as you can see, the cells were coming in here, and it is deducting. When you add this plus that minus 10, it gives you this. This plus that minus these cells